What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with DPS's new song, Death. Now, I wanted to watch this movie in full before I went ahead and checked this out. I got all the way up to around 40 minutes left in the movie. I think I've seen enough. The movie is absolutely wonderful. It's got a whole lot of life lessons in there if you know how to watch it, if you mean. But one thing I wanted to talk about before we jump into this is this thumbnail by Third PHP. Okay, look, man, we've seen plenty of artwork. You know, he always comes through and does the thing, but this right here is just absolutely amazing. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do have a degree in digital art, right? And one of the most toughest classes that I've taken, I think it was like a level 909 class. I didn't even know they made it that high. It was a class in color theory, right? And you would be surprised how complicated color can be. Sometimes I get a little bit jealous of people who are kind of born with the type of talent to know, you know, where to put color at, because, you know, often whenever you look at something, especially when it comes to painting or when it comes to coloring, you start coloring it blue, it's actually like a combination of multiple colors that achieves that color of blue. Only reason why I want to point that out is you kind of see this, right? I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here, but kind of like the lighting, right? But at the same time, coherently, you get this gray color. But if you look closely, you see all these other kind of colors like blue, black, gray, whole bunch of shades of blue. The intensity, the focus, right? Which, of course, in Death's eyes, as we're watching a movie, we see that, you know, in a movie, they also put a lot of attention into, you know, Death's eyes, like Death, you know, to kind of give you a sense that Death is pretty much staring at you in the face, right? I love the focus on this, but another thing that I liked was just how much information he was able, I think Third PHP is a guy, but they, for intents purposes, was able to capture in this, right? So it's that the fact that we have all these twirling kind of twisting motions, which kind of simulates action, like fast action. We, you know, those of you who've seen the movie know that dude, you know, he's pretty much out there. But the perspective right here, right, with the knives, and then this little bit right here, right? So I'm sitting here looking at this knife, and it's very interesting because of how it's just kind of just there, but the whole entire body isn't there, but it somehow still makes sense, you know? And I feel like if you didn't have kind of like this, or if they didn't have this kind of twirling motion right here, then this little object right here wouldn't have made much sense, right? But it does, right? We can kind of see it, you know, you don't have to picture, you know, you don't have to see his arm to know that it's there, you know what I mean? And then we have like this little tear right here to kind of let you know that this little logo back here is kind of interjecting into it. But this is an excellent, like, for those of you who are like digital artists or aspiring artists and everything, this is a wonderful piece to kind of look at, to kind of simulate how to use space, right? Because we often look at these thumbnails and we know that, you know, we're looking at it on our screen, it's super big, you know, while we're drawing on it, but you also have to take into effect what it's going to look like on a YouTube page, right? Because it isn't as big, right? Everything here is clear about what it is. Excellent use of space, excellent use of color, excellent use of light and dark values. Color is just wonderful. And the beautiful part about it is that even though we have our center of focus right here, it doesn't take too much away from everything else that's going on. You did good. You did very good on this. And if this is something that you guys want to see more, I will be happy to break down some thumbnails. I'll give it some thought before I jump into the video. But anyways, let's get into the meat of the potatoes. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Yeah, I'm expecting some sinister sounds. Oh, that's right. Oh, Daddyphatsnaps, highly dangerous. That's right. And then we have Hideki with the 3D visuals. You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here thinking about NF's music video where he says, I don't know if I'm making music or movie videos. You're making both. You're making all of it. The production is so high. The quality, the bar is set so high. Come on now. Omar wanna come up? Let's go. Omar came up. Oh, that's your tag now. Is this what you wanted? Okay, I thought it was just for your Adam, but okay, it's a nice tagline. That's Omar's tagline, right? Because he produced this. Okay.
Life is a beautiful gift, but the longer you live it, you take it for granted. And everyone thinks of the leap, and it's rare, but they think of the spot that they'll land in.
Okay, so yeah, I was already kind of in the whole entire thought process of this as I was watching it, right? I haven't finished the movie, right? And I don't know if this is going to have any spoilers, but I don't care. I'm going to watch it anyways. But the entire time that I was watching it, I was sitting here thinking, that with Puss Boots, that this death right here, this death character is not somebody physical, right? It's literally, it's almost like figuring out that you have a like a terminal sickness. Now, all of a sudden, the only thing that's on your mind is death. Right, just the thought of that, the thought of everything ending. So he looks like he's gonna play on that, right? I like that. Let's go.
You live it, you take it for granted, and everyone thinks of the leap, and it's rare, but they think of the spot that they'll land in. I see it.
Everybody thinks of the leap, but it's rare that they think of the spot that they'll land in, not thinking everything all the way through. Oh, you about to talk to us. He about to talk to us. If the movie wasn't telling you, I feel like I figured out what they were talking about in the movie was pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? But like I said, it all depends on how you look at it. But DPS is going to tell you straight.
Take it for granted, and everyone thinks of the leap, and it's rare, but they think of the spot that they'll land in. I see it, they don't give a damn, and they damn any chance that I am, but the damn it's a cycle, and damn it, I love them as handling, fumble the bag, and there's word in the Vatican. Look at them scrambling, begging and rambling. Others, the fear turn their body to mannequins. All the shenanigans flashing in front of their eyes. It was clear they were lacking in acumen.
Man, now look, I know. Oh God, the whole psycho dang, this, that. Yo, first off, what is going on with this? But I swear, Omar. Now I know it's mixed by DPS, but Omar's skill, dude is just. You know what I love about this. And I think I heard the same thing in the drums when we was listening to his Adam song. But one thing I love about these drums is how empty and how full they feel at the same time. I'm trying to pay attention to everything. I'm going to miss some stuff because there's so much going on here. Don't even get me started on the visuals, right? I know he pulled some stuff from the movie and everything, but it's got its own type of filter and effect with added 3D effects and other added type of stuff with the text. I mean, that's a whole nother thing, right? Tying in the different type of fonts and color schemes to make sure it kind of fits in the universe and at the same time fits with the same energy that DPS and Omar have come up with. It's just this collective. Come on now.
Damn it, I love them as handling, fumble the bag, and there's word in the Vatican. Look at them scrambling, begging and rambling. Others, the fear turn their body to mannequins. All the shenanigans flashing in front of their eyes. It was clear they were lacking in acumen. Passive and living, you should have been adamant. Shell of a man is the body inhabited. Laugh at the panic, as man, they were floating through life till I crashed it and turn on the gravity.
Okay, so DPS said that there was a whole lot of times where he had to keep going on and giving like these different type of vocal performances and everything. Sorry, I think my headphones was doing something weird. Different type of vocal performances. You can hear that, right? Because we're talking about death, right? You don't want to come over here and start giving us some smooth R&B vibes, right? It's kind of counterproductive. So he's kind of reaching into his Silence of the Lamb is hilarious, you know what I'm saying? But doing it more like rap format. Come on some Anthony Hopkins type of performance.
Mannequins flashing in front of their eyes. It was clear they were lacking in acumen. Passive and living, you should have been adamant. Shell of a man is the body inhabited. Laugh at the panic, as man, they were floating through life till I crashed it and turn on the gravity. Look at the wrist. Turn off your switch. Everyone talks on the life that they want, then rely on the wrist. Now they want to repeat.
Also, the inclusion of the strings that you got going on here, classic, 100% classic. I don't know what the name of it is, but you guys, we've all heard it before. That da 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 da, right? I like to think that there's some inspiration in here, but it's just one of those classic frightening type of things. And I don't think it's like a staccato, like the type of articulation in a string. I think the articulation is more of a marcato, right? Where it kind of has more of a strong attack and a softer end that kind of really kind of give you the sense of something that's staccato, but with a little bit more oomph to kind of sell that frightening feel. Okay. Let's keep it going. This was fire. Wrist. Ayy.
This man, they were floating through life till I crashed it and turn on the gravity. Look at the wrist. Turn off your switch. Everyone talks on the life that they want, then rely on the wrist. Now they want to repent. Don't you see that you're sick? Took you seeing your and. Now you begging to live. You are looking at pull your number like a credit score. When I said death, not a metaphor. This the long sleep, I'm the betting board. Told him tell it till I teleport. Sicker with the sicker.
Excuse me?
I'm the betting board.
What do you say?
Told him tell it till.
Told him tell it till I teleport. Oh, yeah. I wonder how many times that took you. Told him tell it. That's a little bit of a tongue twister right there, right? It's like one of them things where you say it to yourself in like a soft voice. Told him tell it to. I'm even getting struck. I have the words literally in front of me. I'm still messing up, but it's like one of them things where you say it really, really well when you whispering it, but then when it comes time to perform it, you just get all tongue twisted, all tongue tied. Come on now.
Till I teleport, sicker with the sickle, how I settle scores. Thought you was the meta till I metamorph. What you doing? You just living how you born. Ain't no consequences. Now you wanna bargain, but it's not. It's a job, but I'm not gonna play like I don't wanna see you losers get the chop. Headstrong and you lose the top. You are looking.
Losers get the chop. Headstrong and you lose a top. Being too headstrong, you lose. Okay. It's like I said, the whole entire movie was a good lesson, right? Like taking life for granted. Even the thing in the movie where they says you got to stop and smell the flowers. Like I said, I haven't made it through the whole entire thing. The bears and everything being shown that they had already had it. It's, you know, focus on the now, right? Focus on the life that you have, because when death comes, and death comes for us all, you don't want to be in a situation where you're just sitting there regretting a whole lot of stuff. That's pretty much the whole entire gist of it. Now, come on, DPS, tell me some more.
Play like I don't wanna see you losers get the chop. Headstrong and you lose the top. You are looking at death.
Now this instrumental stupid. Oh my. Bro. That's that ear candy, right? That's that type of ear candy. It's the type of transitions and stuff that you want to hear that kind of carries the entire song forward, right? It's almost kind of like, you know, where you kind of like eliminating kind of like the dead space in your track, right? Everything has a purpose. If there's going to be some silence, going to be some intended silence, and you make that silence sound intended by including these little ear candy stuff in there. Almost kind of sounded like it was a horn that was kind of just reversed, and then it's not an Undertaker bell, but it might as well be, right? We talking about death here. I think that's a what do you call it, a tubular bell or something like that. You hear it a lot sometimes in NF's music. Tommy Prophet, producer.
You feel it in your soul. I know you know. I just wanna hear you say the words. Just let them flow. Who am I? Say it to me. And now you know when you see me coming at you. Is that your dough? Single with a single sickle silly. When I pull a twin, we're not a single silly. Got them weird, but still.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Huh? There's a lot of play on words on here, man. God, just when you think DPS can't level up anymore, it's just getting to the point to where it's just getting ridiculous now. Ridiculous.
Single with a single sickle silly. When I pull the twin, we're not a single silly.
When I pull the twin, well, not a single. When I pull the twin, okay. Twin. Okay.
Got them weird, but still they wanna dilly with me. Got no dilly dally, got this Dylan dip, and night is still the sentence. I don't deal in pity, raise the body tally when they dealing with me, and I'm undefeated. Near the coffin ceiling, thinking they can hit the top. I move the ceiling like whoa. You was living life like you had time, found you know. Running leave wrong through your whole life, now you crow. Had to get clouded for that route, trading your soul. But when the cloud dies, where do they go?
When the cloud dies, where do they go?
For that route, trading your
had to get clout for that route. When a cloud dies, where do you go? Hey, DPS talking spicy right now, bruh.
But when the cloud dies, where do they go?
That slice.
Crazy, man. I'm in your conscience, all of this nonsense up in your brain is sad. You were the problem, playing the victim, all when you made it bad. And death was a big joke, well, I'm so glad that I made you laugh.
Oh my God, bro. Y'all peeping this, man? He is literally laying out kind of like part of the plot, right? There's another side of it that's kind of teaching you about things that you need to do while you're alive and everything. But DPS is literally laying out the most important parts of that. If you was to take anything away from this movie, one of the most important parts that you need to figure out and that you need to learn from it, because I mean, I feel like it was just plain as day. You know, some people watch and be all the nonetheless, right? It's the beat is banging. He's coming through with the vocal inflections and everything, the vocal performance, right? He's kind of killing it with the wordplay. The visuals are crazy, but you got it. Like, listen what this man's saying. I'm pretty sure there's probably some bars coming over here, but the bigger picture, man, come on.
I'm in your conscience, over this nonsense up in your brain is sad. You were the problem, playing the victim, all when you made it bad. And that was a big joke, well I'm so glad that I made you laugh. You don't win the game like me, play it, you can say la vie, so don't play naive. Cause when I come to pull your card, I ain't taking a fake ID. You got that dog, so when I pull up on y'all, I ain't never gonna fake my brain. Cause everyone bark until they see the big bad wolf and they know they will make my shit. You are dealing with death.
Oh yeah. This is what it looks like, y'all. This is what high production looks like. We literally have the blueprint. We got so many inspirations. There's been people, that's sitting around in this nerdcore about what it takes. You know what I'm saying? To we hear it every day, not every day, but every other week of what it looks like, of what it sounds like. Right? It almost makes you think, or be afraid of the hard work that it takes to get to this level. You know what I mean? That's why I made that post on the Twitter, the one that Jamar Rose put and everything. He said Nerdcore Opinion. I don't think Nerdcore Opinion would have people like throwing swords and everything at me. I just think that it's just very important to own all of your craft. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's what this looks like. You know what I mean? And I said produce your beats or at least have a hand in it, right? So Omar produced this beat, but DPS mixed it to his liking, right? So you kind of got like a mix. That's what I mean by having your hand, because not everybody can produce a beat. I understand that. Even if people that's like sitting there in labels and whatnot, even they may not even produce their own beats, but they probably are in there with the producer. You know what I mean? Like saying, nah, don't do that. That don't sound like me. Do this. You know what I mean? But that's getting away from everything. DPS hit this on. He hit the whole that just part of the movie. He hit it's a big part of the movie, but he hit it right on the head. And I think this is one of his shorter songs yet. And I somehow made this into a 17-minute video. I know the retention is about to be like crazy, but let us DPS. See you in this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.